Well, Montanans, especially residents of Butte, have been waiting a long time for this. Details of the Superfund consent decree are now released. MTN's John Amy took a hard look at the report and has the details.
Butte has waited more than 30 years to finally see the plan to clean up more than a century's worth of mine waste.
Here it is. This is the document in all of its splendor.
The bulky consent decree was revealed during a conference at the Finland Hotel in Butte, which outlines the cleanup and remediation work and eventually will end Butte's status as a Superfund site. Butte Chief Executive Dave Palmer called this the beginning of the post-Superfund era.
It's been a very long road for our community, but we are finally at the point where we see light at the end of the tunnel.
The plan was worked out in closed negotiations between representatives from the EPA, Butte and the state, and the Atlantic Richfield Company. Atlantic Richfield pledges more than $100 million in the cleanup of Butte.
The proposed Butte consent decree would provide a final, permanent, protective, and sustainable remedy.
Looking forward to some light reading? Well, here's the consent decree. This is 30 years of negotiations. And this may be an historic day in Butte, but it's not the end of the story. There's still plenty more to go. And community leaders say it's up to the public to get out and digest and learn as much about this document as possible.
Please try to attend one of those listening sessions that are going to be published. Be there and voice your concerns for this community.
In Butte, John Amy, MTN News.
Just a little light reading. Now that decree must now be approved by the Butte Council of Commissioners and then finally approved by the courts after a 30-day public comment period. If all moves through, work begins this summer.